Do you smell that? That's the air of the Super Bowl. We got the 12-4 Detroit Lions going against the 12-4 Buffalo Bills in a Tecmo Super Bowl final showdown. Before we get this thing kicked off, we want to make sure that all our sound across all social platforms and universes can be heard. So you're going to have to give this broadcast a slight second for that. It's been official. We are good. Everything's live and clear. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Remember, like I said, 12-4 buff, 12-4 lie. Going at it in the Super. Bye. Cheer. Man, the eyes on that ref is creepy. We trust our defense. I'm gonna kick it off. It's snowy. And you know what? The crazy thing is we have on our away uniforms. That sucks. Oh no, we have on our home uniforms. I'm tripping. The white always indicates away. Wait, is it? I believe so. It's hard to tell. But I don't think any of us have a home field advantage here in the Super Bowl anyway. Oof. Is that Thurman Thomas? Yeah, that is. Baker. I gotta watch out for him. He's the reason why they're in the Super Bowl. Defense got their hands full. But I believe we can get them off with Combs. Oof, what a shot Combs just took. I seen that. 3rd and 5. Buffalo. Let's see what they go with here. Ooh, they busted that play up quick. 5-yard loss. Ben Acosta. Nice sack. It's going to put them at 4th and 10. And you know what? Them kicking the ball just paid off. They bet on their defense and they bet right. Now just got to pray on their offense. Get down on both knees and put both hands in front of thee and pray that this offense can lose the ball. This Mackey sure couldn't. 3-yard return. Alright, get a look here at who's who and what's what. Oh my gosh. Do we really have Moon bad in the Super Bowl? That's not good. You never want to see your top guys that bad in condition in the Super Bowl. You know, you kind of wonder what were you doing up till that day. Sanders. He gets the first down. Well, I know they want to establish the run. They want to establish the pass. You know what's going to happen with the run. You know what it is. The quarterback just threw off a defensive tackle. I believe that was Smith. They do have some Hall of Famers on this defense as well. And they have good wide receivers. Damn, they're stacked. Oh, boy. Oh, 13-yard loss. Looked like they came in on them. They put a straight-out blitz. But don't be fooled. This defense will definitely make you work. Now, I've been accustomed to see that 13-yard, 18-yard gain. They're going with a run. Oh, he almost cut back in. 12-yard gain. Not enough, though. Looks like they're going to end up punting as well. Both teams will remain 0-0. And it looks like Kane put his back into it. I wonder where that's going to drop at. Oh, wow. Out of the stadium. First set of fans get it. All right, it's going to put Buffalo at the 20. We're pretty much reset. Game starts over with nearly 2 minutes left from the first quarter. I think this defense really wants to start putting the pressure on them. Well, the pressure's there. And they were always criticized for not having the best secondary. Like we always said their front is impenetrable. Ooh. Quarterback seems to be a little bit off here. Got him off the mark. He actually had time to throw. I know this defense is really oozing at the mouth to stop Thurman Thomas. Oh. Thurman got it. Gone. Ooh, they got him at the 35. Oh boy. They know that's their kryptonite. You got to stop that guy. Well, that just opened your defense up a little bit. Ooh, nice sack. Benacosta and Combs compliments on that sack. Alright, get this look at the defense here on who's the best. White. Oh, no DBs. Worthy. White seems to be the man that's moving it through the playoffs. He is in excellent condition all these games. Oh my gosh, he goes down right at the line. Baker, gone! That's Thurman Thomas, and he won't be stopped. Well, all right, Buffalo just put the first points on the board in the Super Bowl. Don't be fooled, folks. That is not Jeffrey Baker. That's Thurman Thomas. Put a little respect on his name. Oh. They chip it in. Buffalo got the lead with 7. Detroit zip. All right, 10-yard return. 4 seconds left on the quarter. You know, one thing I think Detroit needs to definitely do is do not abandon your run. Don't forget how you got here. Oof. I thought Sanders was a little slow to get up there. The defense is going to acknowledge that they moved the ball very slow. Oh, what a sack! Dwayne Fetzer. Oh, what a nasty sack. It's not looking good right now for Detroit. Going deep to Moore. Oh, incomplete pass. And they're going to be forced to punt it again. Oh, not looking good for Detroit, folks. The fans are very quiet out there. Kane kicks a deep one. They're going to need it. They got to put him back as far as they can. 17-yard return. Detroit is going to have to step it up all the way around right now. They're looking for that play where they're going to hand it to Thurman. I think this is it. No. This defense got to be ready, especially for that guy. And he is the single biggest threat on their offense is Thurman Thomas. And they have to check it out again. They might go to him. They did. He fumbled it. They recovered it. Lions. Boyle. 3 minutes left on the clock in the second quarter, and Lions got the ball back. What a Fasnatical fumble. It is slippery out here, folks. Sanders, nowhere to run. Buffalo is not going to give it up easily. They know he's going to run the ball. They absolutely know that. They almost know that so much that their DBs are coming in closer. Sanders gets 7 yards on the play. They really need a touchdown here. They don't want to settle for a field goal because if they do, they know they're not playing chess the right way. You know, you take my king or my queen and I take your king, it's still not equal. Oh my gosh, he goes down. Quarterback sack, Dwayne Fetzer, that's his second on the night. They're putting a lot of pressure on Petey. And I know how much they want to go for it. But they got no choice. They're going to have to take that field goal that came from the top. They don't have much of a kicker. The last few games, they have not been making it. Let's see how they fare. Kick us up. Oh no! I can't believe it. They've just missed the field goal kick, folks. This is just getting heart-wrenching right now. They're still in it, though. Incomplete pass. They're putting this defense back on the wall, and you're going to tire your defense. I think they've stressed that the most, that they got to move the ball the way they usually move it. You got to control the clock. Again, Thurman's going for it. He's going to meet Combs at the line of scrimmage. He only gets 1 yard on the play. And they're going to call their timeout because they know they need to get up closer. They want to get this field goal. They can get 2 possessions on these guys. They know Detroit isn't really built to come back from deficits. Quarterback look confused. Take a shot. John White. That's going to force them to have to punt. Also taking a timeout before the punt. Now, that's a little questionable right there. You had a lot of time on the clock to actually run the play. It's blocked? It's blocked! What a Super Bowl! Hefner gets it. Well, folks, 51 seconds left on the clock. Let me tell you right now, this defense is keeping Detroit in the game. They're going to Sanders. Sanders go up the middle and gets a touchdown! He scores in the Super Bowl for the first time in his career, folks. I'm not sure how many he got left in him. At this point in time, I believe he's about 6 years in the league. 7-7. What a Super Bowl, folks. Here we go. Riley gets it. He's starting his run. They've been making some good runs on their special return. Their special teams with their returns. All right, Combs. Going for Thurman again. Oh, they box real tough. You can see those two guys. They're really at it. He knows if you want to get through on this defense, you got to get through Combs. They're doing a blitz, and they get Thurman in the backfield. And, well, that's going to end the second quarter, and we're tied up at 7-7, folks. Here is a special halftime show. We got the ladies out on the field right now in the snow. Surprisingly, they are in the snow doing this. All right, ladies, let's go ahead and bring it in, huh? Well, not a very pass-friendly game for Detroit. They have not had one passing yard, haven't had a reception. Everything they've done is by runs. So for that reason, I believe the coach has decided to make a quarterback change because they want to win, and they're not sure if Petey came to win tonight. Mackey gets a 21-yard return. Well, in the biggest game of his season, of his life, Stanley steps to the line, the rookie. And he throws an interception. He got the pressure. He felt it right there at the line. He was trying to go to a receiver that was open on that side of the field, but he knows he can't throw from bottom to top. And unfortunately, he ends up throwing to another receiver that was already covered. All right, he gets the pass off. Jordan open, gets it. And first down, Buffalo. 28-yard gain here within 3 yards of a touchdown right now. It'll be interesting to see how they go about this. Well, let's see if Detroit can actually put a stop to them right now. He actually gets it off. After getting touched by Combs, his blocker came, assisted him, and he throws it to Jordan for a touchdown. Yeah, M. Jordan. If it wasn't a white guy, I'd be confused. All right, Combs. No effect. Well, the game is no longer tied very quickly. does that ball get turned over? Kind of scratch your head on where to go right now. Mackey trying to make something out of nothing here. Oh my gosh. You know, I don't think they're right for taking the kid out. It looked like they put Petey back in. But in games like this, you can't grow. You have to be grown already. They get Sanders on a blitz. 5-yard gain. All they want to do is establish the pass right now. Get something on the board. And that's what they're first going to is Sanders, the passer. Oh, he gets around the diving or defender. Sanders, what a nice run there, pulling off 24 yards. He's getting streaky right now. I think that's the one thing you got to understand. He's already, if they win this game, I'm telling you, he's getting MVP. He's the only guy with a reception. And the only guy out here trying to help win for his team. Offensively, we'll say. Sanders, they met him at the line of scrimmage. They're on to him. They definitely know kind of what they're going to do at this point. They know their offense is centered around this one guy. But they don't seem to know exactly what play they're running when they're running it. And it's Van Camp. Gets room. Nice. First down by Van Camp. 29-yard reception, and they're only 7 yards away from scoring a touchdown and tying this game up against Buffalo in the Super Bowl. 1st and 7. Pitch to Sanders. Gets open. Touchdown! You can't deny that, man. That close to the end zone. Here we go. Oh, they really got in there. I thought they were going to get it. Almost blocked. But Detroit scores 14-14. Folks, I'm at the edge of my seat right now. This is truly a good Super Bowl. Riley's going to take a touchback. Detroit is real keen right now with their defense. Oh, look how much time he has to throw. No pressure from the defense there. That's just way too much time for that quarterback to get a pass off. They're going to have to put pressure on him. Combs is in. His face. Not enough. Thurman Thomas will get it at the 39. All right. They actually have 1 second left on the quarter. And Buffalo will take this play. He's running for it. Oh my gosh. He's running. They got to watch out for the quarterback. 36-yard run. All right, folks, we're in the 4th quarter. This game is tied up, and Buffalo seems to come with the fireworks right now. They're moving on all cylinders. And Thurman and Combs meet, no, Riley and Combs meet at the line. Well, they kind of know when they're going to pass it. It's a good thing for them. Dawson again making a run for it. He only gets 4 yards this time. Well, they have their eye out open for him now. You just run 30-something yards on this. Now we're going to look at you like, okay, well, you're not just a regular pocket passer. You're a mobile quarterback. And again, Dawson is running for it. 1 yard gain on the play. All right, well, they're going to take their field goal. They got close enough in their eyes. No one's close enough to even stop that kick. And, oh, Buffalo, don't make the kick. Wow, they also missed a field goal as well. That's interesting. Well, that's going to put Detroit at about the 20 right now. See if they got the ball for a kickoff. 4 minutes, 3 seconds on the clock. Let's see what they go with. They're working out of the shotgun. I don't don't know how many receivers he's looking to be open. He's going deep to Moore. Oh, jeez, an interception. Well, both quarterbacks have seemed to throw an interception right now. I kind of believe they're just blindly throwing out there, you know. That and your pass speed is just not up to par. Johnson! And it looks like Buffalo is going to score. Unless, no, they're going to score. 83, Johnson puts in a flat line touchdown. Joe Johnson. It's going to make this 2014. Where is Detroit going with this? The kick? Oof, barely good. This game is swinging like a pendulum, folks. I don't know who's getting the upper hand. Mackey. He only gets 5. Well, defense really swarmed him. Avoid the rush, pass accuracy. Both quarterbacks, it's just really bad. I don't know what to say. These statistically all season, you know, they can't really go deep in the air. This is what hindered them from being a historically great offense. It's just their pass game. And it looks like no one was blocking on that defense. Sanders had to pretty much fend for his life there. 2nd and 5. And they're going to run again. Well, this is what got you to the Super Bowl, and Sanders fumbles it. You know, I think they've gave up on the switching him out. Looked like he was getting tired as well. And now Sanders fumbles the ball. And at this point, this puts you at a real dilemma. Combs sacks the quarterback. Well, let's see how this defense reacts. Baker, Thurman, Thomas, touchdown. And that's 1 minute and 37 seconds, folks, on the clock left in the 3rd quarter. Not much, I'm sorry, the 4th quarter. I think this is it. I think that might be the nail in the coffin, folks. Detroit has tried everything they could as they may, but ultimately in the end, you have to be able to throw the football. And if you can't throw it, you're not just going to win games. People are going to wonder how you even got to the position they're in now. And they're going to have to establish something. It's a little too late in the game to establish a passing game. And you see him dancing around, trying to get open, trying to find someone. He's looking for Torres. Incomplete pass. They're burning so much time right now. I'm sure they don't know really which way to go at this point. They're going to run it with Sanders. It looks like he can't even get out of bounds. Well, with some dignity and respect, they did put 14 points on Buffalo. Surprisingly. But this was David versus Goliath, folks. As you can see, there was never any chance that they had established a pass game. And it's probably going to be down as a very disappointing Super Bowl. 8 seconds left on the clock. Buffalo got the ball. They're not going to take a knee. Hell, they're going to run on them. 1 yard gain, but that's the end of the game, folks. That's the end of the Super Bowl. We have a winner. The Buffalo Bills have won their first Super Bowl. No surprise here. Passing yards, 34 from Detroit Lions. That's pretty much the reason why you lost in a nutshell right there. Baker puts up 82 yards with just 7 attempts. Talk of the show is that, again, Detroit loves throwing the ball to the opposing team. Look at the celebration for Buffalo. They're getting to enjoy themselves. All right. Your team has been eliminated, which means the season ends here for you. Your current results will be posted to the leaderboards. All right, folks, if you guys want to see which crappy leaderboard statistics that does, take a look. 175% of our games. Let's do a filter. I had a better passing score when I was the Cowboys. Well, yeah, and I didn't. Okay, yeah, I had more runs. Most yards with Sanders. Yeah, this wasn't good at all, folks. Just was not good. The offense didn't produce like it should. Hell of a season, though. I want to thank you guys for joining us. I think next time we pick up, we're going to take some ideas from some of our chat. I believe we had one. He suggested that we pick the Oakland Raiders and we go in with Bo Jackson and tear it up. So I think we might end up doing that next season. But it was a hard-fought season. Unfortunately, we couldn't bring home the Lombardi Trophy to Detroit. You know, a lot of disappointed fans and everyone out there and such. But we're going to pick it up next year. And we promise we're going to set the fireworks off again. Again, we want to thank you for joining us for Tecmo Super Bowl. Everyone be safe, happy, and peace, love, and all that good stuff.